Good day, my name is B Wonderwork, and in this video I want to show you my final blowout matches in a game called Identify. But I thought that would be too boring, so I also decided to share a little bit of my experience with ITV and who I played when I first started, when I found this gem of a game. So, I don't know this game in early summer of 2024, but I started playing somewhere around August. So I installed it on my phone and had terrifying flashbacks. I realized I'd played something similar a long time ago during quarantine, and I was so scared that I deleted the game soon after. And it's so weird because I can't say for sure that it was IDV, but I also can't find anything quite like it gameplay wise. But I definitely remember Orpheus, the first main character, how I paced around the dark room for a long time trying to figure out how to start playing, and just how spooked I was of this whole vibe. So most likely I just didn't get past the tutorial phase, and that's why I can't quite recognize this game fully. Because now, of course, with all the cute and pretty skins like Hello Kitty and upcoming Clipper friends, it's not that scary. And I remember playing Genshin a lot during the same period when it had just come out, and this was before they added the Dragon Spine map area. So imagine now if I hadn't been such a coward, if I'd pulled myself together and kept playing ITV, I could have been an old gen right now. Like, I'd have a much higher skill level, more experience, more connections. It's a strange feeling for something that never happened, you know. Anyway, back in the summer of 2024, I installed the game and I didn't understand anything. Like, everything was too confusing. Like, some mentions, some plot that I thought would unfold after reaching certain levels. I didn't understand how to start the matches, what is rank, or what this gacha spheres were. Do you remember that? We don't have it anymore. I somehow managed to get the anniversary skin for Puppeteer and then didn't open the game again until August. And from that month on, I started playing ITV religiously, and the first character I loved playing was Doctor. Of all the characters available for newbies, the thief and the lawyer were somewhat unappealing visually to me, and Gardener's mechanics were confusing at that time. But I really liked the Doctor because I could heal myself. It was like moral support, or like a second chance. Like that, even though things were bad, I could try to get it back to normal. Like something like that. So, along with the Doctor, I very slowly mastered the game's basic mechanics and what this whole ITV thing was all about. It is my first, and for now only, competitive game that I ever played. And so, we start our video with the Doctor. As you'll notice later, my skill with her most likely has remained the same as when I first started playing ITV with her. So they are very poor. My skills are very poor. The buff makes her easier to play, but you still have to adapt to her playstyle. To the fact that you have to stand still for a while, and to do that, you need to know when it's safe to do so. And to do that, you need to know how to guide each hunter, which is something I still have trouble with. So yeah. Again, the red church. I fucking hate. I hate it so much. I hear that so much. I'm tired. Can I not see Reaper for like at least 2 matches in a row, please? Like every other match is stupid Reaper. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired so much. Oh. Oh my god. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, I let the hunter to the next person. Yes. Okay. But why I couldn't... Oh. It's stupid. This is so stupid. Oh, okay. Twice a day. I hate it so much. I hate it. Okay, I will not do this. But it's stupid. Oh. Oops, sorry. I wanted to use this stupid the decoy, but it doesn't work. It's not for PC players. It's not for PC. My next main was Faro Lady. She was the newest character when I joined. I wasn't there when she was released, but I started playing her shortly before Goldman and Night, which came out in the same season, somewhere around the end of August and October respectively. Along with Doctor, she was one of my favorite characters. I chose her rather stupidly, because she was the last one in the character shop and looked quite cute and elegant. While I enjoyed playing her, I also had some challenges. I quickly figured out that I could confuse hunters with my invisibility, but I was concerned about her rescue speed. And back then that was really important to me, because for me as a newbie, it was simply my duty to run and rescue my teammates as quickly as possible. So yeah, I was that doctor who stole saves from rescuers because I somehow didn't fully grasp the whole concept of special roles and strategies and how you had to stick to them. And so I was really annoyed that chair saves for Faro Lady were taking so long. And that was before her small buff. But at least I didn't take away progress from machines if their decoding percentage was over 50. I somehow figured that out on my own. And yeah, at the beginning of my journey in IDV, I didn't watch any YouTube or TikTok videos, didn't browse any forums, none of that stuff. I learned everything on my own, and I don't know why I didn't think to look for tutorials and explanations from the very beginning. But it was a pretty fun time. I even bought a Faro Lady costume from Persona 5, my first investment in IDV, and with her I also figured out what violent struggle was and started playing duos, and I only played Faro Lady. I remember someone telling me once, and we won that time by the way, that everyone was great except for Faro Lady. She didn't do anything. And I was like, what the heck? I didn't answer, of course, but another player said, what do you mean? Someone had to decode. And yeah, back then everyone was supporting each other like crazy. Practically no one decoded, mostly just me. So yeah, that's it. Calm decoder. Yes, please. Yes, please. I like it so much. Yes, please. I like this so much. Acro, wake up. Acro, wake up. Sing. Mama, I'm tired. Mama, I'm tired. Mama, help me. My 2% of coding progress. I wish to eat more. I wish to eat 15%. Please, please. Let me eat. Let me eat 15% coding progress. Okay, it's the same guy that I got as a doctor. No! Just die. Eh! Oh, okay. Oh my god. Is it a DVD player? Is it a former DVD player? Oh my god, please help. Please help. Thank you.
My 1% recording.
Thank you. Oh. Oh no. Oh, I rescued him. Ah. Oh my goodness, it's so funny. Oh my god, it actually is so funny. It's so funny to play as Faro Lady, especially with your speed boost, but you know, even without her like final routes, it was so funny. It's so funny. I like it. I think my third main was Mercenary, but I'm not sure. But you know, it's only natural that my passion for saving my teammates would lead me to the rescue path. But I turned out to be the most timid merc in the game. My enthusiasm for saving had somehow evaporated, and I was the mercenary who sent others to save. Well, not always, but in situations where I was decoding too far from the chair where the survivor was placed, I would ping others that someone else should save. So this was a time when I didn't really understand the importance of running earlier to the chair. Like, not to save earlier, but when your teammate was just struck down. So to prevent the hunter from figuring out your location from the ciphers and to make it to the chair on time rather than continuing to decode with the rescuer debuff. At the same time, I gradually began getting to know the IDV fandom, began receiving videos on TikTok more or less, and occasionally watching videos on YouTube. On TikTok, I distinctly remember the opinion that a rescuer was simply obligated to body block their teammates, regardless of whether they were under tide or not. And now, however, this is changing. People now understand that with tide it's better to rescue and run away as far as possible, so that the hunter can't theoretically hit you a second time, thus creating a situation where two people are down and unable to decode the ciphers, and making it harder for the rescuer to come and rescue a second time. So, like, in short, it just wastes survivors' time for decoding, which is the main priority for them. Like, kiting a hunter is certainly fun, but the point isn't to kite hunter for the sake of the kite, but to kite them so that others can decode the ciphers. As for YouTube, I don't remember exactly who I watched first. One of my first videos, I think, was from this, where he was watching a championship. Like, I think it was a Chinese one, and there was a smiley face match in the Koa skin. And this smiley face was like crazy. It probably was Cho Ai from Wolves. I also remember once getting a Koroshiro video in recommendations about him running into some hackers, but if I'm not mistaken, that video existed long before I downloaded IDV, and I just stumbled upon it by chance. So, but I also seem to have watched his video about Persica and her seer with 5 owls. So, but I quickly got sucked into the YouTube fandom. I started watching these regularly, and I also watched Sanseviewer in practically every one of each other's videos at that point. But getting back to Merc and why him specifically, I don't remember the exact reasons. Most likely I just saw him most often in my matches, and he's also on the first page of the character list, so I chose him because he was the most familiar to me look-wise. But what I liked about him was his low damage absorption. Even though I'm a very bad rescuer, I could still save others even if I got terror shocked or if a hunter stopped my rescue. And back then I was still playing on my phone, and I played on my phone for quite a long time. I switched to PC when I started playing IDV with friends, and on the phone I somehow quickly got the hang of using the elbow pads, but on PC I couldn't adapt to it, so at this point I definitely haven't touched Merc for over a year now. No, please ban Jack, I'm tired. I'm so tired. This is so stupid. Okay, I need to remember, I'm so bad at using elbow pads on PC. When I started playing MacLeod, I used to play on mobile, and it was easier to use elbow pads there. But on PC, I always end up like not where I want. It's like it's a different science completely. I'm in center. Blech. Oh, so he has like the card and connection, so it's stupid. It's really stupid and disgusting.
No, wait.
I need to Matador to heal me because like can you heal me please, because I need to rescue someone. But Prospector is doing really well, like she's amazing. I think Perfume I need to change because Prospector is dying anyway. Like. So I'm just you know I'm really yeah maybe she cannot change something. Oh my goodness! My thing! No! No! Please help! Please help! Please help! Please! Oh my god! Please help! Please help! Please help! Please help! Please! Oh. Well, if Jesus Christ, what was that? I never had it this bad. Oh my god, what's going on? Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Jesus Christ. my god! Okay, I'm not going away. Ah! I need to hide. Cannot see. No, 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 no. Ah! Okay. I just have to stand up. Oh my god, help me. Ah. Ah. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm so sorry. By the way, regarding Priestess and Mercenary, I'm not sure which one I started playing first. I probably started playing them at the same time. But no, I remember, I think I first played Priestess around the same time I started playing Faro Lady, because I remember one match when I was playing against False Gold, and it was one of my first matches against him. And it was so funny. We lost, but I remember using a dance emote trying to persuade False Gold to spare me. But my story with False Gold is also something else entirely, and I'll tell you about it in other video. As for Priestess, she was actually the third character that I obtained. I think the beard, when I really started playing her a lot, coincided with Merc. And when I say I started playing her a lot, I mean I played her in every other match. I stopped playing Doctor and Faro Lady by that point, and now I only knew Merc and Priestess. I liked Priestess for a very simple reason, which you can probably guess. I liked that she could create portals in dead end situations. Did I use her ability skillfully? No. I was, so to speak, like a cat trying to escape from a bus stop, mad crazy. As soon as I would accumulate even one portal, I would immediately use it. It didn't matter whether the portal would help me or not. I always thought it would. Even if there was a pallet nearby, I'd still use the portal through that short wall. I was the literal description of a cockroach running madly in front of a hunter's eyes. And I liked it. I liked that I didn't have to think too much about where I needed to go, because of if anything happened, I could always create an escape route. I remember one time I was on a team full of priestesses, and we were playing against photographer, like my newbie ass worst nightmare. Because of this character, I later went back to Doctor for a while because I was seeing him too often in my matches. I just couldn't play against him. I was scared. I didn't know what to do. And I still don't know how to play against him, but that's not important. The main thing is that I'm not afraid of him now. I'm just confused. Okay? But getting back to the story, for Priestesses, Moonlight River Park, each of us created a long portal. Joseph turned on the camera and so on, but then at some point the other three priestesses, all three of them were kiting Joseph for some reason, came running to me through my portal. And then one by one they all started taking damage and falling down. And I was in complete shock. I was like, what the hell is going on right now? Joseph can't even do that? So I'm healing them, and Priestess heals quickly, but they still lose health and fall down. And I'm like, oh my god, what the fuck? It turns out that this is simply the conditions of the Priestess's long portal. So when someone else passes through, they leave behind a residual image that the hunter can use to inflict damage. And Joseph kept hitting these images until he knocked everyone out, and then he just teleported to us and set all of them down. And then I just surrendered because there were still 5 ciphers left, and dungeon wasn't even an option. Yeah. Stupid. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. My last main is pretty hard to pinpoint. I can't remember which one I played most often after Priestess and Merc. Overall, the game tells me I've played the most matches as Prisoner, but I don't consider myself a Prisoner main. I think it's just something that accumulated over time playing ADV. Incidentally, Priestess is currently my second most played character, and for quite a while she was my first played character until the spring of 2025. I didn't play her for a while at this point, and she was still my most played character for a long time. For a while I played Lawyer and Little Girl. At that point I started playing with friends, so I was inspired by them to use certain characters, but without any specific duration. But then I quickly settled on Puppeteer, and he was probably my 5th main when I started playing ITV. And so when I started playing ITV, I mean my first 4 or 5 months, before December 2025, I think. Before December 2024. Sorry. As usual, the reason is obvious why I chose him. He can block damage, thus increasing the duration of my kite. And he also looks quite interesting. You could say he's like a tank, so I felt like a turtle under a shield. Yes, there are certain conditions, but even so, even if I get baited to use Louis, I can just run for 8 seconds. It still wastes a hunter's time. And also, saving on Puppeteer is a little easier than on some other survivors. I think, thanks to him, I gradually learned to look behind me when I kite, because to effectively use his ability, you need to see when the hunter is swinging. I used to try to learn to look behind me while kiting before him. I remember in 2024 watching a very, very old Schwedish video about it, but I was like, how can I look behind me if I can't see when I'm running? It's actually a very serious question now too. But now I'm a little more familiar with maps and where things are, so I intuitively remember which direction to run. But I still crash into walls and such, so there's a room for improvement, a lot of it. So the Puppeteer is a character that I still use quite often compared to everyone else in this video. I also play a lot with Lawyer and Prisoner now. I frequently use the Little Girl in duos, and the first officer is my official choice for Rescuer. I also play Enchantress and Pyramid quite often too. I think in the future I would like to learn to play Meteorologist and Gardener. I'm also very interested in the Perfumer. She is quite similar to Puppeteer, especially after her not so small buff, I would say. It would probably also be useful to learn another Rescuer, maybe Knight. I also really like the visuals of the Escapologist and Matador. So yeah, I'm interested in a lot of characters, much more than I mentioned. And those are just the survivors, and I'll talk about the hunters in another video. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see if I can cook. I don't think I will cook. Okay. Got to see the... Oh my god, is it Jack again? Okay, where? Ah! Oh! Oh! Oi. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to sticker. Okay, we probably can get it right. Oh no. Oh my god. What? Oh, get out! Get out! My God, you! No! Thank you. Well, it was quite fun playing this game mode. It reminded me of how I used to play, my first impressions of the game and the emotions it brought me. Now everything feels different. Before I was confused and lost but sincere, and now I'm more knowledgeable but more practical. I don't know the right words, but maybe you'll understand. And I think I'll go back to some of the characters I played. I really enjoyed it. Well, thank you guys for watching. If you'd like to share how you got started playing ITV and who you played as, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. Thanks again, and until next time.